You can stay up to date with the forecast with the ABC 27 weather app. It's free. You get radar maps, severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour conditions, all updated by our meteorologists. Well, Manheim Township, Lancaster County took a major hit from Saturday's storm. Thousands are still without power after those trees came down. Barbara Barr joins us live with a look at this damage. Barbara.
Alicia, we're along the Oregon Pike here, a major road through Lancaster County and Manheim Township. I'm going to step out of the way because this portion of it is shut down. Trees and wires came toppling down over the weekend. Traffic is actually being rerouted through an apartment complex. We've had no reports of any injuries, but there has been extensive damage. Trees came down on cars and homes, and there have been a lot of power outages.
It sounded like a train coming through.
Michael Gamache was out back grilling at his home on Eden Road in Manheim Township when the storm hit Saturday night, the 4th of July, and his trees came tumbling down.
I couldn't believe the sound. When it hit the ground, boom! Phenomenal sound. And you felt the ground shake. And then the wind.
Trees that Michael had planted in honor of his children being born. Some fell on the house.
A lot of those trees were named after each one of my children. When they would be born, I go by an oak tree and plant it.
Cleanup is underway in the neighborhood.
Boom, boom. Right over there on my neighbor's new home.
The area was filled with the buzz of chainsaws and crews removing trees, to PPL workers restoring power.
Come down on homes. We have roadways that are still blocked.
Manheim Township Fire Chief Scott Little surveys some of the damage. He calls it a rare event.
So this storm that we saw Saturday night on July 4th is really a monumental storm with the amount of damage we have seen here in Manheim Township on record.
Roads remain closed throughout the township as crews remove debris. A drive through Valley Brook Estates condominium community showed devastation and people looking on in amazement.
Several hundred calls for service during the time. So again, prioritizing the needs of our community members has been important.
Along with the response from emergency responders, neighbors have been helping each other get through the storm.
The whole neighborhood came together.
And Lancaster County has set up some cooling or comfort centers for residents without power so they have a safe place to go. PPL does expect most of the power to be restored tonight, but it still could take another day or two for some. And there's still, as you can see, plenty of damage to be cleaned up by public works crews, tree crews, and utility crews as well. Live in Lancaster County, I'm Barbara Barr for ABC 27 News. Back to you.
What a sight, Barbara. Thank you. Mother and son are dead after a tree fell at a Cumberland County campground. This happened around 7 Saturday night at Mountain Creek Campground in Dickinson Township. The coroner says 45-year-old Pamela Landis and her 11-year-old son Andre, both of St. Thomas, Franklin County, were killed. State police and the county coroner are investigating. In Dauphin County, many roads are closed across the midstate because of the storms. Take a look at this in South Hanover Township. That underpass at Grandview Drive into Hummelstown is closed until further notice because of that major storm damage. Pennsylvania Emergency Management, or PEMA, says storms touch nearly every county in the state. The head of PEMA says he has authorized power companies to bring in workers from Canada to speed up these repairs. And he reminded the public, pay closer attention to extra road crews and first responders while driving.
Crews will be out working to restore power and to be able to clean up, so please give them enough area to work. Please slow down when you're in the area and they're operating, and please obey anyone who is out there directing traffic.
During the course of the weekend, we've experienced 200 road closures across the Commonwealth. Of those 200, 75 remain closed.
Now, if you have storm damage to your property or your vehicle, PEMA suggests take those photos and video to prove what happened and contact your insurance company. All right, our storm coverage continues now with our Harry Murphy live in Hummelstown. Harry.
Alicia, that storm damage you were just talking about is unlike anything we've seen in recent memory, and here in Hummelstown, that is certainly the case.
Main Street here was nothing but a river.
It was like crazy, and
it was pretty insane, but I just glad that everybody's okay.
That's just how some residents in Derry Township, Dauphin County described this weekend's storms in the mid-state that knocked over trees, power lines, and traffic lights, knocking out power for over 100,000 people in the Commonwealth.
Right now, a little over 100,000 customers that are still without power.
One resident we spoke with says he lost power during the storm, but it came back on early this morning. But he tells us losing power was the least of his concerns.
I had a motorcycle in my yard under cover, and there was 3 feet of water on the back up to the bottom of the motorcycle, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be a total loss.
Higgs is a former firefighter who says he hasn't seen weather this bad in years.
I ran with the fire department in 2011 for Lee, and this is nothing. This is completely different than what Lee was. We never had this much rain that quick.
Another resident we spoke with says he jumped into action after a tree knocked down power lines in his neighborhood.
I come out here and make sure everybody's okay. Everybody's okay. And then I direct traffic since there's a blind spot right there.
Ushman tells us that in the process, he saw multiple people slip and fall while walking and also saw cars sliding due to the rain.
Don't drive in this weather. It's really bad, unsafe, and I just want everybody to be safe.
Now, of course, as the National Weather Service says, turn around, don't drown. NWS says that it only takes about 12 inches of water to carry your car away. Just stay inside until all of the hazardous weather has subsided. Live in Hummelstown, I'm Harry Murphy, ABC 27 News.
Harry, thanks very much.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.